Texans from all walks of life are ready to vote on destination resorts.
It would definitely bring better paying jobs here, but the school district, they all need money.
It's only a smart business move to keep that money in Texas and the economy growing in Texas.
We're bringing jobs to the area, jobs to the economy.
Let it happen. Come on, Texas.
Legalize it.
Let's make it happen.
Lawmakers, let Texans vote on destination resorts.
There's power in the mighty name of Jesus. If you will keep waiting, he will win. Oh, I'm not backing down from any giant. I know how this story ends. I can see the victory. I can see the victory. See the victory.
Adrian, have questions about your child's vaccines? It's okay. Ask your doctor.
Do you know what time it is? We're not sure, but we know it's sometime between 11 p.m. and 11 a.m., which means it's honey butter chicken biscuit time. What a burger.
Hello, my lovely.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing better.
I'm loving it, loving it.
Doing better. We're not gonna take it for granted. We ain't gonna take it for granted. We're not gonna take any opportunity for granted. We're gonna look at it for what it is, for God covering me, for God
To God
using
be
me.
all the glory.
Yes, it has to, for the family, for interceding on my behalf. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not me. It ain't me. But, I might know a thing or two. I made $5,000 today, $6,000, $3K over here, 37 over here. What's that, 6,000? We did 18 yesterday. You already know what yesterday was. How did I do that? How you did that, Wale? You weren't even, I didn't know you had access to your computer yesterday. What is this? Oh, see, this is a evaluation. My brother on the line, yo, legend. God, glory, bruh. You ain't got to tell me, shorty. I already know what the vibes is like. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's see.
It's in pre-open. The market is open.
7:30, 8:30. What am I looking for? Oh no, I put that way too close, bro. That's the thing I don't like about options, about futures. When I trade Forex, I would set up all of my stuff ahead of time, but I gotta do it based off of the money, and I don't be able to like figure things out that quickly. So this is what I'm looking for. I am looking for this sell. I want to take the sell from here. It should be a short term, short sell. I want to have my stop loss right above here, simply because I expect for price to pull back into this lower level here. I want to see price reject and probably come into here, if not lower. I would expect to see even these internal lows targeted. I'm not going to rush that money. I'm kind of pissed that I just lost that because that was unnecessary as AF. You feel me? Like that was horrible. But what we are seeing here is I want to see this level tested. So I'm going to enter another trade in just a moment. I'm going to be patient. Markets in pre-open. I want to see a little bit more of a push higher. We might even see something happen like this to where we get, let's see if price even breaks. Does price break the highs and maybe respect this high here, right? Or has it already been back to that level and we just come back and touch right here? So what I'm looking at here is I see that there is an imbalance, or there is a level where price started to sell off from. We had lows here, lows here, lows here. There were maybe buyers that came in and bought at these levels, and this price came to take out all of those lows. After that point, we came back. We have a bullish engulfing candle, but it doesn't take out any. It takes out internal structure here, right? We've got some structure, in this area here that this candle takes out, but it doesn't take out the external highs. One concept that I've learned recently are about internal and external structure. Sometimes we can find structure on a lower time frame. I'm going to enter just very small. I'm so pissed because I only needed $100 to pass this challenge. This is just an evaluation. This is just an evaluation account. I did 15. So I've been passing accounts in 2 days, basically. But I did $1,500 on Wednesday. And then the goal was to do 15 today. I was in the hospital. I was out of commission yesterday, so I ain't taking no trades. But the goal is to do 15 today. I'm not going to rush that. I was at 13 and I just took that loss. If I get this pullback up here, then I will enter. But if it starts to move from here, I'll probably not take that trade, and I'll just wait for New York open. We have open coming up. And I'll be trading one of my live accounts for open. All of my live accounts are currently personally locked. We're up $6,000 today on these two live accounts, $3,700 on one, and then we have $2,900 on the other one. I'm not going to be trading my larger account. This one we're up $22,000. I'm not going to be trading this account anymore. We're simply going to be looking for $200, $200, starting next week. So I'll be trading one contract of MNQ, no more than 3 contracts, most likely just one contract. And my goal is going to be to make $200 a day. Once I achieve $200 a day, I would have met all of the requirements for Top Step to pay me out for the trades that I'm currently in, for the profit that I've currently made. They require 5 days over $200. And if you have 5 days over $200, then they're going to pay you out 50% of your total up to the amount of $5,000. So $5,000 is the max. The full $18,000 or $21,000 that's there, I need to trade for 30 days consistently, and then it's 100% my money. But in addition to that, Top Step has just recently reached out to me. Cool. So we're going to go in and we're going to enter with 3 more right here. We won't go more than a single contract on NQ, which is going to be 10. I just want to see price reject here. I'm willing to play right now with about 50% of my profits from today, right? So $500 would be my max risk, which is a lot of risk on the table, right? It's a lot of risk on the table. So we did get that breakthrough. Price is pulling back to the level that we spoke about. I'm going to enter 3 more. That's 6, 7. That's too much. See, that's the next thing that I have trouble with. Let me see. Right here is where I really want it to go because I do believe price can come and test right here. CJ's like, bro, you are trading reckless already, bro. but this is my level. There is this block right here, and I'll show, and this is my last 3. And now we're at break even for the day. If I lose, we're at break even, right? There is this block right here that I see, that I like, that I'm able to identify. I want to see price reject from this little block where we see green, red, green. This is a struggle in the market. Let me put my take profit in now, because all we want is $500. $500 gets us to the goal, right? $500 gets us to where we're going to. Now, what we did was, this again is the area that I'm focused on, most importantly. This, to me, is that area where we could see, stops get run. Maybe a lot of people saw this little block here, or saw this, this imbalance here, and they took their trades here and they put their stop loss right above the high, just like we were always taught to do. However, we were able to identify an area above that would cause some pain for people who have been selling already within the market, right? It would cause them a little bit of discomfort, a little bit of pain. With the ranges in the market right now, this is a big movement, yo. From where we see price at now to where price can go to, that's 32 points. That could mess up somebody's entire trading strategy by itself off the rip without any questions. Now that price has started to move into my favor, I do not want to risk no $1,000. I'm gonna risk, what did I just do? See, I'm gonna risk 15 bucks. 15, you come back, you hit me, you go back to that same level, you stop me out, I'll take it and I'll just exit. You know what? I probably would just put it above this low. So I'm gonna have a little bit of risk. $82 will be my risk for now. Price is starting to move. I'm going to buy out of just one contract. It's going to put my stop back in, and now just put my stop loss in profit. So this trade is risk-free. Let's see, I need $893, which means I need $600, which is, pretty much exactly where we are in order to pass this challenge. Once we pass this challenge, I just didn't want to take any trades on my other accounts. I literally just locked out my accounts. And I was just like, you know what? I'll just do another one. What we gonna do? I'll buy it. Damn it. It's, look at that. That's okay. I'm out. No, wait, I'm out. Damn it. You see how close it came? It came like this. And I'm probably not even going to trade anymore until New York open. There is a little gap that it came back in, and it just closed, like just touched wick to wick. I'm going to show you guys a new strategy that something new that I've learned, right? I've been playing a game with the wicks. Me and the wicks have been getting along very well. There's something that I identified within the wicks of the candles that I have been trading. So now we're going to get that pullback again. This time, I don't believe price is going to come above that level. So now, right in here, I'll take just 3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut everything in half. Let's see. 6 is going to be my top on this one. And now I'm going to go for the remaining 300, and let's call it $350, right? My risk, I want my risk to be above that high. I just hate that you have to calculate obviously that's how it's supposed to be done. You calculate your risk based off of the amount of money that you want to make or lose, I should say. I just have a hard time doing that with the futures market, given the fact that it is, you have to say, this is the amount that I want to risk, when it's really me based on the level that I expect to see the market trade into. So with that being said, this looks pretty good. You can see that we came and we tested these highs, but this is the high that we're watching right here. Bum. That's my high, right? As long as price remains below that high, I am confirmed in my trade, or the direction of my trade, right? I don't want to lose any money. So now I'm going to go again, and I am not risking nothing, especially pre-market. When you really want to be active is when CJ gets online, right? When the market is for the New York session open, that's when you're going to get the most active trading movements. However, I've been able to, I'm going to just take it. Now I need $80 in order to pass this challenge. And I'm going to just wait. I could start New York session and literally only, oh, see, if I was patient, I would have got that already. You know what I'm saying? But I could start New York session and simply just wait for one trade opportunity that would make me $80. If I get on a session with CJ, he'd probably get that to me for the free ski. You feel me? That would happen automatically, like that, closing that gap or making that difference. But the thing is that I'm not adding any more to my position. I'm looking now at this block. This is the next level that I'm looking at as of where price is. You see this little green candle here again? It's the same pattern that I just showed you, where we saw buyers come into the market or we saw sellers come into the market, but there was a struggle. There was a singular struggle. A buyer tried to come in, but that buyer was not strong enough. When that buyer was not strong enough, price rejected, which created the breach of structure. Shout out to my guy CK, who we're still using his concepts and all of those things, from our previous experiences. You feel me? But we're still looking at that breach that came after that candle tried to reverse and go higher. It was not able to, and the market slammed down, which makes this area an area that is very, very much important to us at this time right now. So what I actually see here, guys, I see price coming in and taking out all of these internal lows. I see this low being tested. I see this level being tested. I see this level being tested. If I was trading seriously, this would be take profit 1. This would be take profit 2. I might even target this as take profit 1 with how big these ranges are, 2, 3, and then we'd be coming back into 4. And then we're now going to be looking for, maybe to take out these highs, right? To take out these highs. It creates a very interesting internal structure, but this is the low. These are the lows. Let's see. Let's even zoom out further. These are the lows that we expect to be respected, right? Here's my low. Here is a higher low, and here is a higher low. What most people get confused about is the fact that even if the market sells all the way down, if the market does something like this and comes all the way into here, has the low been respected or has the low been breached, right? Are we still in an uptrend or are we now in a downtrend? Has the market shifted, right? What are we looking at now? For most people, we just took out the lows, so they're now looking for sells. We just took out the lows, so they're now looking for sells. But this could be a sell of internal levels, internal low, internal low, internal low. If I turn here and then the market reverses from that point, are we internal or external? Is it an uptrend or a downtrend? You feel me? Like, which way am I? I don't even know how to freaking find my, I think it's here, my arrow. They used to be together. Are we internal or external? Price can come all the way back into here and still maintain a higher low. And then we see price start to move to the higher levels at this point right now. So this is kind of what I'm anticipating. This structure to me is very, it's kind of a little bit choppy. There's like a little bit of a ranging that's happening in here, but we do have these highs and lows that are being created, right? We're here, we might see that we have a low and then we have a higher low, right? We have a high and then we have a higher high, but this is all on internal structure, right? It's all on internal structure. If somebody's waiting for like a breakout trade, what they might wait for is I might be able to close out right here, 66. No, I probably need a little bit more. You see how it just keeps on coming straight to my like level and then it wants to play around with me. And I don't even be patient. I'd be like, yo, 1491. Let me go back and look. That might have passed it for me. They have a consistency rule. What do I need? I need $3, bro. Lord, bro. Oh, see, and it hit anyways, bro. See, I just got to be patient. I'm not perfect. I want my money, bro. I'm not even taking no more trades. What time is it? 7:45. I'm going to lock out my account for 30 minutes. We'll come back for New York Open, and my target for New York Open is simply going to be $30. $3. Oh, my goodness, bro. That's so ridiculous. $3. Anyways, you guys, but we have been able to do this over and over again. And the fact about it is that I've lost a lot. I've lost a lot while I've been learning this process and learning this platform. I've only been trading futures for 2 months now. In March and April, we made $67,000 trading futures. I started trading futures the end of February. My problem is that I would make the money, and the market is so lucrative right now to where sometimes you can have a hard time stopping trading. You know, I need to stop trading. Look at this. Did we go 100%? Any losses? 87%. That's my best. That's the best that I ever did in futures. My winning percentage has been very low because of the strategy that I'm showing you guys. I figured out how to get into the market and use one candle as my stop loss in a lot of different situations. One candle has been my stop loss in many situations. So what's been happening is that I've been getting stopped out a lot. I've been getting stopped out of the market a lot. And when I get stopped out, did I mess this up? Oh, 28 minutes, 13 minutes, 28 minutes. You see, I just said 9 hours for some reason. Okay, anyways, we're good to go. But I've been getting stopped out a lot more because of how volatile this market has been, how the ranges have been, and really just see if I would have held it, I could have held just the first one. We would have been out no matter what. But I just like, when I'm up already, I don't want to give nothing back. I don't want to take no chances. That's why I locked these accounts, because I was already in profits. Y'all can start to see how the structure is shaping out now as well, right? We've identified those zones based off of that block, based off of this block. There's a couple other ways that I'll show you guys how to identify like supply and demand. But this right here for price to, it could even come back into this level and then just fall off and fall into here, or even take this level out. All of that could happen today. The next thing that's been messing with me with futures is the fact that I'm used to trading on the higher time frames. I'm used to trading on the 4 hour, the 1 hour. This is going to be one of the best trades. This is going to be one of the best trades. I got the chat going. You got that. Enjoy the day, brother. CJ, we'll talk soon, bro. Enjoy your session, man. This was one of the best ones, but I'm expecting this just tested the major quarter point at $2. That's not coming back on Euro NZD. It's not coming back. It's not coming back. It's not coming back. We can go to the 4 hour time frame and our lows can be down in here. So if you're trading Forex now, right, what we'll see is we should see maybe a repeat of this candle here to where we get a equal measured move that now breaches the low. Then we get a pullback here, and guess what? Y'all see that block again? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, when price comes in here, it would be safe to take another trade, right? Me personally, I would enter here, but then I would also enter again here. That's how I called that trade in the group on Friday, to where we called the original shorts from something like this. This is obviously not the trade. This is a different trade. We called the original shorts. Obviously, it says 260 pips. We're not going to take any 260 pip trade. We're just setting the outline right now on a higher time frame, right? And I can come in here and do something like this and have my stop loss right above this high, right? And then we pull it down. And when the market does both of these things, so now we dial it back. It could even pull above here. I think that we get a better entry. This is not the entry because we have these equal highs. Anywhere where I see equal highs now in the market, I identify it as a target, right? This is where buyers or sellers actually came into the market and market sold. So in the level that we're at now, what I would expect to see happen is I would expect to see price trade higher. Maybe even here, we see we have equal highs that have previously been tested, right? And then from this level, for the market to shift and to start falling from that point in time, right? This is the trade that I'm looking at. It's 120 pips, which is way more than I like. You know, I would probably want to cut that in half, to be honest. So what I might do, but I also don't want to like, here we go. So we dial it back. We keep on dialing it back. I would actually put my stop loss maybe right here. I might give it 50 pips. That's more reasonable. The reason why I want to do that is I'm using this as the highs. These are my highs. 1, 2, 3. These are my highs that I'm using for my stop loss. So I put my stop loss above these highs right in here. The reason why I'm doing that is because this is where I previously would have taken the trade and I would have been in profit. And then they came and they knocked me out of the trade. They liquidated my position. And as soon as they liquidated my position, they sent the market back. So it gives me that feeling like I was right all along. I was right all along. Do you utilize trailing stop features at any time? I don't even know how that works. I wish I knew how to use when I trade Forex, I typically like to use like limit orders as well. I like limit orders. I like stop, stuff like that. I don't really understand futures, if I'm being completely honest with you. I really don't understand all of the details behind it. I haven't had enough experience trading futures to really have the strongest grasp on it all and all of the, tools that I can utilize. But what I would say is that I do trail my stops manually. If I could do it without doing it manually, hey, man, I sound blessed to me. Shoot. But yeah, you guys, quick session. I just wanted to hop on, give some value real quick. It was only a few minutes. Kennedy, I love you, brother. It's so good to see you. Tabitha, I love you. So good to see you. I cannot wait to continue working with you guys. I think it may benefit me so far. I have to walk away. Yeah, we'll talk about it, Tabitha. We'll figure out something that works for you, especially if you have to work. A lot of people aren't able to get on the morning sessions, pre-market. I mean, even, during New York Open, that's like right when they're clocking into work. They're getting situated. I understand that's the situation. So I figured out a couple of different things that I will be able to use to help you out in that. One thing is understanding time, right? There's time that is important in the market. I don't believe that time is even real. I believe it's created by, people. We're on the scales that people have created. But there are certain things that you'll notice. Like if I wanted to find an entry, so this entry came at 9:30, right? This entry came at 10, right? This entry came at 11:25. So one thing that I did is I started to back test, where is the volatility coming into the market? Where do I have an opportunity to enter the market? Where are these pivots happening? And where are they happening consistently, right? Are there any times or frames to where we're seeing the market move dramatically or drastically on a regular basis? Are there any numbers? And this is very quick, so don't even judge this. This is the sell that just made me that $18,000 from right here. But I've been trading, Tabitha. I might start doing sessions. It's hard for me to do it because I get in the gym at that time. But I have been trading at about 6:30 my time, Central Time, which would be 7:30 your time, has been. Did I burn myself?
That's perfect timing without distractions for me. I trade a lot during Asian session also, as you can see from like last night, when I was posting my, my evening profits. So that's the best time of day where I get no distractions. So perfect. If you do that, that would be awesome.
Perfect. Typically, when I first started trading, I was always told, you see this? What time is this at? 5:35. That's 6:30 your time. That move happened at 6:30 Central. When I first started trading, I was always told, what time is this? This big sell that made me all that money. What time did this happen at? That's 6 o'clock. Between 6 and 7, anytime between there, we had an hour to get in. This is on Central Time. This is 6 p.m. Yeah. This is after work.
I think what people don't realize is like during Asia session, as soon as Asia starts, Asia makes a big move, but you have to make sure you observe what instrument you're trading. So, like for gold, it'll make a big move, but gold is always going to retrace. Sometime during Asian session, it's gonna sail, it's gonna dip, and then it's gonna move forward. So I'm more partial to buys. I very rarely sell, but because that's when I can identify that bullish movement.
It won't always
But
be
you're
bullish.
absolutely
It
correct.
may be bullish in this season. It won't always be bullish. So don't take
Correct.
that
Yeah.
rule as a hard line. But what you
Yeah.
can do though is understand that this is one day and this is one candle. One candle, one candle, one day, one day. Let's say, for example, that we're selling here, selling, right? And then, or let's even better. Let's say that we're selling here, selling, and then the new candle opens up. This is the next day, right? 6 o'clock comes around, new candle opens. The new candle opens where the old candle closed at, right? Which means that my best opportunity could potentially be at the start of the trading day, because this is the entire trading day. It happens again here, right? It doesn't always happen that way. It doesn't always happen that way. But if we can find that continuation there, then I have been able to, what I've been doing when I've been making my biggest profits, is that I have actually been building up my equity in Asian session. The problem is when I first started trading, everybody told me not to trade Asian session because of the fact that there are, how do I say, because of the fact that the market tends to range during Asian. It doesn't tend to be consistent to shoot in one direction or the other. It tends to range. But in this environment right now, that's not a bad thing because of the fact that the ranges are so large. The ranges are so big that you can still take advantage of the trades as they come. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, you guys, I'm going to keep this one short. We're going to stop it there. I wanted to record. Did I even record it? I hope I did. I don't know. Oh, it is.